Yeah, that's true. There's no time for that.
Yeah, it certainly looks like the full 3 seconds that are separating these players are entirely due to level 1. If that was an ideal execution of Cananophone's plan for level 1.
It was
Looks like
not.
it was not? Okay.
But it was
Not 3
not,
seconds of
not
loss.
great. I mean, I screwed up too, though, also, like, good spawn.
I see some jorfing around happening here on the left. Alright, well, time to rein it in here because this is our last call for resets.
Right, this is it. Here we go.
Last call for resets, guys. No more resets past right now.
Canonophone gets his in. Jorf doesn't care. Now there it goes.
Oh, we got quality options at the last call. Just on time.
Oh, I really hope it splits it so that you're like, all right, last call, then just cuts off.
Right, yeah.
People are like, well, what's last call? Why did it do that? Jesus.
Last call forever.
Yeah.
My run needs a quality option.
Well, it looks like Jorf is done for this match. He's gonna sit tight on that 230.41. And all eyes are on Con now.
Where did all that time go?
Still 3 seconds back, all on the first level. What the heck? I think I've seen you get plus 0.8 a couple of times now. Something really consistent about what you're doing.
What I'm doing wrong. Ah, I missed the star. It's okay, it's okay. I mean, it's not, but I'm gonna keep going.
No reason not to.
If I don't end this run, technically, I don't lose.
That's how that works.
Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna stand up for a minute.
Alright, frame perfect jump, we're gonna do this.
Here we go.
Ah! One. That was close.
Let's see. Didn't get it.
It's definitely doable.
Oh, over at the spike
I mean, I
again.
could have just gotten that star, but hey, no time for that.
Well, looks like that's it. We've got our final times for match 1. Jorf wins this with a 230.4 versus Con's 233.89. So congrats,
Three
Jorf.
mysterious seconds in the first split.
Yeah. Yeah, all of that time from the first split, it seems. So, that's it for this match of Wendy Every Which Way. There is going to be another Wendy match coming up. Match 3 will be this same game, but it will be different levels. You'll get to see some of the other parts of this excellent game. Meanwhile, we're going to be switching over for match 2 to our mystery game, which was revealed to be a game called Nail and Scale.
Which you probably haven't heard of.
Probably haven't heard of, and you're going to be... I haven't played it either. Myth came up with this goal. I haven't even tried it, so it's all new to me.
It's cool. It feels good as soon as you pick it up. It's got some platforming. It's got some puzzling. I really like it. The boss fights kind of suck, though. But don't worry, you're not going to see any of that in the skull.
This Lua console window is weird. Where's the play button?
I don't know.
Alright, the pallet's still there, that's good.
Yep, everyone taking a moment to navigate BizHawk.
That's right, we use BizHawk for this instead of VBA. Nothing really wrong with VBA, but it's BizHawk gives us access to more other consoles that we're going to start phasing into this show gradually. We found it to be a little harder to work with, but it is definitely cool that it's got full Lua support and it supports so many different systems, so a lot of options for using it on the show.
Can I just do 3 splits? I don't want this extra
Sure.
space taken up.
Isn't there supposed to be 3 splits?
It says 4.
There's supposed to be 4.
Oh no,
I
who
added
made this
4.
goal? Gotta limit it to 3 for Game Boy
no,
games.
I didn't know that
You're
numbers
fired.
are smaller.
That's it. Zero tolerance policy here.
Yeah, alright, so split, let's see.
I said like after the first 2 stages.
Yeah,
Yeah, the first stage is like nothing.
just group the first 2 then. Alright.
Is VBA pretty inaccurate? Yeah, I guess I have heard of it being inaccurate for some things. I'm not sure, is it still allowed for racing on SRL?
I don't think so.
No.
For Game Boy games, definitely not.
No, you gotta use Gamba Day.
Let's see what the official mystery game simulator is. They use VBA.
They say VBA? Oh. But yeah, I have heard about inaccuracies in VBA. This BizHawk uses the Gamba Day core, so it's pretty decent. I haven't heard anybody complaining about that emulator, at least.
And people will usually complain about any emulator.
True. I don't hear too many complaints about FCEUX, to be honest.
Doesn't have netplay.
That's probably true.
There,
I use
easy.
Nestopia for that. There, you got a complaint. Complaint for everything.
The audio pops.
No, it doesn't.
FCE,
Does it?
A little bit. I'm sure it pops in. Well, it doesn't. I never had that problem with BizHawk, but then it had its own.
Has its own problems.
But yeah, FCEUX is pretty damn solid. We've been leaning on that for our show for quite a while.
Yep.
NES episodes always tend to go smoother.
Alright guys, are you ready to start this thing off here?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Alright. Well then, without further ado, we're going to get going with this one. So this is Nail and Scale here. Are both players ready to go? Wait, I already asked that. I don't need to ask it again. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yep, you did already say that this is Nail and Scale.
Nail and Scale, yep.
We'll go ahead and...
Okay, I'm ready to go.
Wait, hold on, no.
Are you ready to go? This
Yeah, I'll be right
is,
back, guys.
this is Nail and Scale.
I'm going to
And,
reveal the
are
mystery game, guys.
Are the players ready to go?
Was I supposed to start practicing?
Did you guys vote yet? Okay, so we got Nail Scale, and we've established that.
Yeah, it's a game where you nail, and then you use the nails to scale.
To scale things. Yeah, it's accurately named.
It's got some... You can probably tell that there's some... you got a lot of mobility that you wouldn't think you have. Basically, if you run off of a ledge without jumping, you can still jump in midair, and that lets you do some fun things. It makes it super easy to jump around corners and stuff. And it's I think it's one of the really cool things about this game, because you have to jump on these nails to break these blocks, and it can be a little finicky sometimes. So having more freedom with your jumps makes a pretty big difference, and it's just sort of an ease of use thing, kind of a situation. But yeah, it also doubles as a really cool platforming element. Lets you cross certain gaps and do some things you wouldn't think that you'd be able to do at first. And these nails it's a really cool mechanic. Most of the players are throwing them right into the wall point blank, but you can actually throw them quite a distance, and they have an arc to them, and there's even a level or two where you kind of have to arc the nails into blocks before you jump on them. And there's some special nails that matter only a little bit. You're gonna see 2 at least in this goal. The white nails, not very good. They let you jump on blocks without breaking them. Not very useful. I think every time you jump on a nail in this game, you're either for sure gonna make your next jump, or in this goal rather, for sure gonna make your next jump, or you're jumping because you want the block to break. So probably not gonna get much use out of those. But the bomb nail is necessary to get through a couple of these puzzles. It basically lets you blow something up when you don't have enough space to jump on any nails. So that's it becomes sort of a puzzle element, and the game gives you a couple extra to play around with. So I think because the players are only doing these 4 levels, they're going to use them to skip some of the last level of the goal here. It seems to be the best way to use them.
Jorf was definitely up to no good there.
Shh.
Don't think I don't see that.
Yeah, Jorf did find a different route.
It's like about 2 or 3 seconds faster finishing the first level.
Yeah. Oh, well, not even the first level, the second level.
Or the second level, right? First
Yeah.
split.
The first split, yes. Basically, there's no speed run for this game. There's a dude on YouTube kind of yucking it up a little bit and playing through the levels, and he's played the game before, and he's got an idea of where he wants to go and everything. But it is not what I would call a speedrun. So that's pretty much it in terms of resources. So the players kind of had to do a bit of research to try to experiment, maybe find some things. And one of those things is pretty major, it looks like, this thing that Jorf has come up with in this other level here. Rather than go to the left and wrap around, he's going to go straight down. And it's a little finicky, it's really easy to die, but he's going to try to sneak in underneath that face and get to the door early. So he pulls it off there.
I wasn't looking. Can you do it again?
No.
Heck.
There is some optimization, particularly when you're climbing straight up with these nails. You want to get into a good rhythm of throwing one right before you land so that you spend as little time as possible falling downwards in the air.
Oh yeah, when are we splitting?
After one, when the next stage appears, stage 12, stage 13.
I'm mad. I just about threw the door nail,
Oh,
and then I despawned with the dynamite.
Oh, no.
yeah. You can only have 2 nails active at a time, including bomb nails. So if you throw a bomb nail and then throw 2 more, your bomb nail's gone. And those things are limited. I think pretty much, I guess all but 1. I guess you use 2 here. There's an extra you can pick up, but it's maybe a little bit out of the way and not completely necessary. So the ideal thing, I think, is to skip that last one. Yeah, there are plenty of places in this game where they expect you to use a bomb nail, and if you don't have one to use, you're done. Hopefully you can find a way to kill yourself, because that's the only way to fix things. In hard mode, at least there's a timer, so you can wait for that to tick down. But this is easy mode, which apparently also gives you a bit of extra height on your jumps, which someone in chat pointed out.
What? How are you doing that so fast?
Canonophone's
Alright, like,
seen the way, so now he's got to figure it out. You can actually drop a save state and start practicing.
I planned on it. Yes.
Yeah. It is up to the players how they use their 30 levels, and if they don't want to be doing attempts, if they want to devote their time to practice, that is something they can do. But this is the advantage that Jorf has kind of cooked up for himself here, and doing some experimentation. And
what is with the colors? Well, we let the players choose whatever colors they want for the palettes here. This is an original Game Boy game, so there's no built-in colors to it. The emulator we're using, BizHawk, has a default palette which I think is pretty much an eyesore. But this Constream decided he was gonna go for even more of an eyesore, see if he can outdo the default palette.
Yeah, it started with Dragon Dark on the very first Game Boy episode. Decided to go with hot pink.
Was it
And
Batman?
ever since, yeah,
Oh,
and ever
that's
since
not
Hot
it's
pink
been
Batman.
a bit of a tradition to come up with the worst colors ever. So Con on the phone pulls it off. He knows what he's trying to do here.
What's hard
like
is
he's gonna-
jumping
it
on
is
these
hard.
nails fast.
Yes, that is that's kind of the core thing, I think. That but there's scaling walls with the nails as fast as possible, making sure you spend as little time falling in the air as you can, and also breaking blocks as fast as possible by jumping as soon as you land on these nails, and also making sure that you don't fall on a nail whenever you can jump on a nail, because you actually have to jump in order to break a block. Basically,
Don't
the
step on
game.
a nail.
Yes, the game kind of checks to see that you've used your jump, basically, and if you haven't, then you're just going to land on the nail and nothing's going to happen. So, trying to find ways to burn your jump as fast as possible and come down on that nail is the second major way of optimizing your movement in this game.
Well, it looks like we've got the official timing for Khan's run. It's a 2:17.6, so that's up there on the board. But Jorf, in the meantime, has finished a run. He's got a 150.4, so already taken first spot here. We'll get the official timing for that in a moment.
And I'm starting to get a feel for this route in the second stage here. Because of the way the nail breaking works, you kind of need to be thinking one move ahead, so when you're trying something new, it's really hard to stay one step ahead. Nicked by that explosion, you can get killed by your own bomb nail. And the explosion's even bigger than the sprite makes it look.
Well, there's Jorf's time up there on the board. 152.79 is what it worked out to be.
Oh, nifty. It looks like... Well, it's hard to tell because it's kind of random at how deep you embed the nail in the block. It seems like if you... I know if you jump and immediately shoot downwards, that tends to make it stick out as much as possible. But when you're coming down on it from above, it seems to be a little random how far it embeds itself in. But if you're trying to break blocks as fast as possible, you do want it to be sticking out as much as possible. So I've seen Jorf throw multiple nails at the same block, trying to get one that's sticking out as much as possible while he's falling. Unfortunately, you can't just mash because you will despawn other nails. So you kind of have to know to stop when you get one you want. But it is another slight way to optimize and save time.
It's not a bomb.
Canonophone forced to reset with miss nail management. You do have to use select to cycle through your power-ups. There's that door power-up that they collect. That is an incredibly useful power-up that we've banned. It lets you skip a whole level, basically. And it doesn't really make much sense to make them do that and then play some other level instead.
Right.
Why bother? Why not just let them play the level they'd skip? So that's banned. But you will accidentally select it when you press select to cycle through your power-ups. Luckily, it comes after the bomb nail, so you're a lot less likely to use it accidentally than you are this white nail. But the white nail still bad. When you want a bomb nail, you do not want a white nail. So I think I've actually seen Jorf like burn the white nails when he gets a chance.
Just get rid
Yeah,
of it.
I forgot to do that.
Well, if you haven't seen SGL before and are wondering what these videos are in the top right and top left corner, that is the current first place run. That's Jorf's 152.79 that we're seeing synced up with both of these players' attempts. And yes, as was pointed out, it has the default BizHawk palette, not Jorf's nice looking palette or Khan's extremely aggressive palette. You just get maybe a little bit too brown game. I mean, they wanted it to look like an original Game Boy screen, but it's a little bit too far. This is not quite so brilliantly goldish brown.
The Game Boy is famous for its cabbage green overtones, but not quite as strong as the emulator makes it look. So Khan's got a run going past that first split, but it looks like he's 4 seconds behind one of his previous runs that got that far. So he's going to have a lot of trouble making this one really catch up to Jorf, but sometimes you even just want to...
Power up. Good.
Oh no.
Want to move these things.
I thought about, like, what if they use it accidentally? That would suck. And then I thought, well, if you follow the route that's in this video, they don't bother picking up the door. But now they found this other route that goes right through the door, so now they're going to be picking it up each time, and now using it accidentally is a minor threat.
It's one more obstacle to avoid.
I couldn't see them because of the splits in the way. Darn splits.
That's true. There is an arrow that kind of shows which one you're using. But the splits are obscuring that UI a little bit.
Well, Khan's got it up there on the top now, so he doesn't have to worry about it again.
Usually there's not much going on way up at the top of the screen.
We're listening to the soundtrack for Nail and Scale right now. It's a pretty nice, jaunty little tune here. I don't see myself humming this in the shower, but still. Oh, and that's what Jorf was groaning about. Bomb explodes in his face.
No, that was an enemy.
Yeah,
Double
just-
That
kill.
was an enemy?
Yeah. The bomb has a different exploding animation. Enemies usually not too big of a problem in this goal anyway. There's a couple of enemies I found playing through the game that significantly more of a problem. But particularly in that level where Jorf died, there's two enemies that are trouble. Mostly because when you kill one and then plant the bomb, it's about exactly enough time for that enemy to respawn. And he will respawn in a place you don't want him to be, and it's caught these guys off guard more than once.
Where am I going?
Up. Oh, there, I see the small route change there.
Because there is so much climbing, this looks like it'd be a very difficult run to optimize. It makes it good for SGL, because it means we're unlikely to have anything close to a tie. It's pretty full of minor optimizations that you can make.
Yeah, ties never happened before on this show.
I think we've had 2 make it be final times, be ties, and one of those belongs to Jorf.
Yep.
The Zelda
Jorf
tournament
and-
had a 3rd tie.
Wow.
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 It's sort of crazy. I mean, it's not frame by frame, but
Right. Yeah, we're way less likely to have a tie than typical races because we use frame timing, so it's not too common to get exactly the same number of frames, but it has happened to us a number of times. Although not in the games that we expected. I'm pretty sure we didn't have a tie in Paperboy or TNC Surf Designs,
Right.
the ones
Everyone
that I
was
thought would
frames
tie.
away from each other, but
Yep.
no one had the same frame. So players with ties: Andy and Error, Insult, Jadian, Jorf, Lack and Mashi, and Reign of Soten, and Scavenger, and Zyre. Wow, I think we've had 5 ties.
my proudest accomplishment was winning Paperboy. Somehow.
Yeah, I think my proudest accomplishment is being the first one to finish Swamp Thing as, I think, one of our first bonus games ever.
Yeah, that was our first bonus game.
I gotta try this more.
Alright, we've listened to the Nail and Skill soundtrack twice already. I think we can switch back to Rainwave here.
We got some jaunty Pokemon pinball coming
That's
out of
right.
Rainwave. And I'm going to go ahead and vote for Wonder Boy and Monsterland coming up next.
Well, we've got just under 11 minutes left on the clock, so still about a third of this match left to go.
It's moving.
Phone trying to get an idea for just how high and how low this nail can be to make this trick here possible.
It's more like when to hit right.
Yeah, I think depending on where the nail is, it would definitely shifts the window, but I think it also gives you more of a bigger window if it's lower down.
Yeah. It's hard to get it that low, though.
But yeah, he's sick of losing runs and having to do it on second, third try on this
door.
spot here. No, not the door. Yep, throws the bomb nail away, only to use the door.
It's dangerous.
Alright, Canonophones. He's got it down. It's never going to be a problem again
Right.
for these last 9 minutes or so.
So we haven't had a new run in quite a while here, have we?
Yep, Canonophone has been focusing on this route adjustment, and Jorf has been tragically losing runs in the last stage.
So what are these blocks, by the way? There's like some 2 dice, and then there's some lemons or something.
Yeah, so the blocks in the first world are just kind of like blocks with patterns. They're like Tetris, kind of. And then each world, the blocks change, and there doesn't seem to be a lot of rhyme or reason to...
Oh, is it the second world, so there's like 2 dice?
Oh, maybe that's what that is. This is the second world. The third one, I think, has pianos, and the fourth one has toy trains.
Toy Trains, bam, Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas game. Hopefully none of those faces are in that world, because that instantly puts the kibosh on anything jolly or merry.
You and your faces.
There's creepy faces, man.
Christmas can be creepy.
I don't want to be invited over to Canonophone's
What about Wall
house
Street
for
Kid?
Christmas.
That'd be a good Christmas one.
Oh, celebrate the capitalism of Christmas, the commercialism. Cynical. I like it.
Also, literally the worst possible game for SGL. Yes.
I don't know.
See, that's why you should do it.
There's a casino game, like Caesar's Palace, where you just walk around and play casino games, and it's totally random.
Uh-huh.
You'd have a goal like make $5,000 on the slot machine.
Wall Street Kid is that, but with stocks. And girlfriend. Nope. Don't mess up easy parts.
Tell me about it.
Well, I was at this easy part and I messed it up.
Uh-huh. And then what?
I had to well, I didn't restart, but it cost some time.
And it made him feel bad.
Ah, that arrow's too low. Ah.
Stage 14 claims another victim here.
Well, I mean, it only costs like a fraction of a second.
A fake
Oh.
job.
Ah.
Victimized. I was calling it before I could see it.
Got to split anyway.
So there it is, a huge improvement
Yeah.
from Canonophone, but still quite a ways behind Jorf here. It seems like Jorf is doing this first level, the climb, more smoothly. He's
Sometimes you
relying-
get caught up inside of blocks like this.
Yeah, you can get
There.
kind of inside the corners of blocks.
So you'd be losing more time on the other ones, though my 3 was like pretty bad.
Yeah, but it's looking like Jorf has just got a better handle on this kind of bizarre nail mechanic.
I agree.
Well, you don't do this kind of thing every day?
Well, I am a carpenter.
Oh, really?
No. But it's plausible.
It could be.
If I had lied, you wouldn't have known.
No, sideways. No! So sad. Oh, you have to enter the door.
Jonathan gets hung up there. I think that's 13.
I didn't want that bomb anyway.
He is not 30 seconds ahead. That was a missplit situation.
I'm definitely 30 seconds ahead. I used the door.
Nice.
I'm just gonna cheat at the end and use the door.
We'll have no idea. Jorf had some green numbers going into 14, but he ends up with about a second slower.
My split's off, so I think that's faster.
Okay, yeah, definitely submit it, and we'll double check for you. Less than Kate is still railing about this Wendy game.
More baffling than Yogi Bear game.
I wish you could jump up into the spikes and break blocks.
That'd be cool. I wish you could throw a spike up and have it come down on your head.
And then jump into the blocks and break them?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's what you want.
It's kind of weird to have an explosive nail. It's a unique concept.
Yeah, generally nails hold things together.
Instead of smashing them to bits. Exactly.
So I guess maybe they're not really nails. They're more like, what is the word? Pylons? Pilots?
No.
Pinny.
What?
There's a mountain climbing term for a spike that you hammer in. Shoot. Someone in chat will correct me. Hopefully. Maybe I'm just making things up. Anyway, that's also not very accurate either, because it's really just what do you hammer into a rock when you want to break it apart? John Henry.
Jail.
Just a stake, I guess. So that's how you spell that word, but I'm honestly not sure how to say it. Piton, piton, piton. Petit piton.
Potato.
Dwarf blows himself up with a misplaced bomb nail. Chisel. Yeah, I guess. You don't really hold on to it, though.
Meh.
About 30 seconds left here.
Merriam-Webster. Oh, great. Thanks, Ark. Let's click on this speaker icon to find out how you pronounce it.
I think it's piton. Un petit piton.
Piton. It's a piton.
Alright guys, well hold on to your pitons because it is last call. Last chance to reset, guys. And no more resets past right now.
This is a reminder that if Dwarf wins this, that is the yep, there it is.
Dwarf's done already.
Just a reset in the middle of nowhere. Probably a slip of the finger there. But
There's no way I'm in that.
Nanofil needs this to stay
No, it's not happening.
in the winner's bracket, but it looks like he's going to go ahead and just spoil it. And yeah, that death there is going to seal the deal. So Jorf is going to be the man moving on in the winner's bracket. Canonophone is not eliminated yet. He moves down to the loser's bracket, though he is going to run into some monsters that are waiting down there.
Oh boy.
Now we do have another match of Wendy
We sure do.
every which way. And technically, it will not change the outcome of the show, but you guys put time into it, so I kind of want to see it.
I want to see it too, and it all counts, still counts for points, but if anyone really does want to duck out and is totally over this, that's okay, but
I would probably rather not do it. My plan was to ignore the second goal and hopefully win the other two. so
Wow.
no free point donation from me.
All right. That's gonna be the end of our show then.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna keep. Well, I don't know.
We're gonna stay. We're probably gonna
Keep
stay.
the stream up.
Let's do a bonus game then.
Yeah, I got a bonus game that I was gonna hand out here if anyone's interested in playing it.
I'll take a look
Yeah.
at it.
Gonna guilt you into at least doing the bonus game.
Yeah.
Just get it set up here.
And then after that, I believe we're actually going to be casting a Zelda 2 race
That's right.
because the Zelda 2 tournament is going on. and
Insult
it's-
versus Pres J Poke. That's going to be coming up. That starts at 6 p.m. So it was going to be right when this show ends, but it looks like we've ended early here. So let me
Yeah,
just
now we
get
don't
this.
have to rush from one to the next. Actually,
Yeah, well that's good. It gives us some time to get set up. But here, let me just get this goal sent out. First, Jorf is going to show us the level that we're not seeing. No, he's just going to go out of bounds.
he's also showing us the invincibility glitch.
Look at that. Crazy.
Oh wow, you fall into some real fun stuff when you get down
Oh
there.
yeah.
That's what that screenshot was.
And then suddenly he beats Mario 3.
Yeah, he fights
I mean, I
Luigi.
poked the 3.
Yeah, we learned some fun things about emulator differences in Mario 3 in our last episode.
Oh yeah, that was interesting.
Error dies to check his inventory. The inventory is empty when there should be about 6 items in there. And upon death, Mario goes spinning off the left side of the map like he does on a game over, but he keeps going off screen. And then when he presses A, he's fighting Luigi like he's in a 2-player game. Really
What?
bizarre. Yeah. So we were like, I don't know what is wrong with your game. It turns out FCEUX 2.2.2 necessary. Trade West, Battletoads again. Battletoads yesterday on the NES was our main game, and it was also our bonus game, and it's back again in Game Boy form.
Boy.
This game is, I think Fiesel actually referred to the NES one as a masterpiece. I would not use
for
that word
Battletoads?
for the Game Boy game.
yeah, not so much the Game Boy game. But this should be interesting at least.
Oh, I forgot to pay any attention.
I think this is the second time Battletoads has been a bonus game. The Game Boy version specifically, I mean.
It wasn't this level though, right?
No, it wasn't. We looked into this as an SGL game, and
Boy, this
I think
game's
it's-
really blue.
I think it's kind of ended up in the scrap pile, scrap heap. Oh, PJ chose this for his 12-hour challenge. Great.
I think Fiesel knows something about 12-hour challenges. And bad decisions.
And bad decisions. It's only 12 hours. You can do anything for 12 hours.
When you started that, I knew that you were
That's-
gonna have a big problem.
You know, and it could have worked. I had some runs that were okay, and then they get to the last level and just everything goes wrong. Such a random game. Why would
I had
you...
actually, yeah, I had tried routing it before, and I'm like, nope, that's
It's total garbage, though. It's completely random. It could take you 30 seconds to beat a level or 8 minutes to beat a level. And they run out of... We're talking about Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, by the way. And they run out of content after about 4 levels, so it just keeps cycling, and they make you revisit the levels over and over again. Wild Stallions, that's right.
Well, George got the juggles on this first boss here. Accidentally discovers speed tech. Way to go, Zitz.
Oh, way to go.
Now it's the need to speed Toad. Scrap with the rat rocket.
I'm not sure if the layerings work right in this game.
I think they rely on certain colors being close to other colors. What a mess. Your bitrate does not like the way those colors are being used.
I can't be held responsible for that.
Actually, speaking of 12-hour challenges, I think there's probably an ongoing Super Mario 960 race that started at 9 this morning. Maybe it's just about wrapping up. But that is 10 back-to-back runs of 96 Exit Super Mario World.
Nice.
I think that like 10 people agreed to do it. I don't know how many followed through.
I think I've heard of the Mario 64 equivalent of that.
Yeah, the 700 or the 1200 or whatever. Or the 160.
Yeah. I don't know what weapons I have at my disposal, but I'm not using them. Oh, there we go. No lives, that's fine, right?
You don't need those.
Charge shot. Yeah.
Your screen is just a blur on the second level.
At least the toads look fine.
Sort of.
I mean, they're not colored differently.
Yeah, but the bitrate is dying so hard on the background elements that even the toad is super blurry. So I think Jorf beat the goal, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
well, you can keep going. It's an excellent game. It's not that long. Excellent game
Wait.
for me to watch. I don't know about playing, though.
I'm supposed to beat up this tornado?
Yeah, I think so.
This is pressure, because I'm gonna get hit once and it's over.
Just continues. I just learned this.
With, like, checkpoints and stuff? Or does it take you back to the start?
You just get 3 lives where you were.
What?
Alright.
What kind of a game is this?
Battletoads is known for its generosity.
You've changed, Rare. You've changed.
They did change. They used to make weird shit like Battletoads, and then they found Donkey Kong, and they said, well, let's just do this from now on.
Well, they made Grabbed by the Ghoulies or whatever. No. Whatever.
Yeah, on the NES, they did all kinds of weird stuff.
The Xbox one.
Oh, yeah, they did. Well, they did
What was it?
Cameo.
Am I supposed to shoot that gun? Can't reach it. It's off the screen. It has no hitbox. I can't beat it. Dirtiest trick.
Whoa, that
That's
guy
good.
hurts.
Wait for it. Wow, he sure does.
this, I gotta say, this doesn't look much better on my screen than it probably does on yours.
Actually, the dense graphics that were messing up your bitrate were in the background, and those are gone now, so it doesn't look. It's coming through clean. It still looks like the 80s threw up all over your screen, but
What the wicked were.
it's clean.
I don't think the 80s looks like this.
It's like the back of a kid's jacket, a winter jacket in the 90s.
Yeah.
It's oddly specific.
Oh man, if you like people who take something that looks ugly and they find like 100 different ways to say how ugly it is, there's this, I think it's called a Storify. With this guy in his shoes. I'll grab it and dump it in chat, but it was good reading for 15 minutes or so.
Let's accidentally hit R and do the goal again.
Oh my. Alright, I guess I'm done.
The swamp slime. Yeah, I think you actually got all the way to the start of the other bonus game goal.
Can't tell how the big punch comes out. And that time we got the ram horns.
Well, I've got the brackets updated, so it looks like the next match you're going to see between either of these players is going to be Jorf versus Error, and that's going to be in the semifinals. Jorf versus Error, both in the winner's bracket. They're the last two people in the winner's bracket, Jorf and Error. Khan moves down to loser's bracket, and his opponent is not yet determined. It's going to be a four-way match that he's in. One of the opponents will be Cards of the Heart, but that's there's still two other slots that need to be filled in. We don't know who those will be yet.
Yep, there's a whole host of people it could be. There's a lot of people, a lot of highly seeded people and strong players who have ended up in the losers bracket, so it's going to be a stiff competition to see who goes on to join either Jorf or Error in the grand finals. So we'll keep messing around with some stuff, but
Yep.
that is the official end of our show. We've got a calendar on our site, speedgaming.tv, as well as stats and stuff if you want to check that out. Someone in chat was asking earlier about standings, and the calendar in particular is a cool thing. There's a lot going on in the speedrun community all the time, and if you want to find out what's happening, that calendar is a good way to do that. If you know of a speedrun event you don't see on there, or you're about to have one and you want it on the calendar, please let us know. You can let us know on Twitter or email. There's links on the calendar page. We're also looking for someone to give us a theme for SGL. just like an 8 to 10 second chiptune thing that we can use. Because how cool would it be if we had a theme song?
Makes
Be
everything
okay.
better.
Shut up.
Pretty lame. God,
Get outta
theme
here.
songs.
It'd
What
be
is this?
amazing. We'd make partner immediately. So if you know music, if you like chiptunes, if you like our show, that sounds like something you'd be interested in. Please let us
Who's
know.
this Chip Tunes?
This
Never heard of him.
Yeah, well, he's brothers with Chip Chocolate and Chip's Challenge. We've also got, I think we're officially announcing our marathon, right?
It is happening.
Yes.
The SNES marathon. Even though I still
Named
didn't get to sign up
determined.
for him yet.
But yeah, Best of NES happened a couple weeks ago, and we're looking to do something with a very similar format. We're going to be taking the best people from various SNES games and grabbing them and having them all do their speedruns for us, and we're gonna make a whole marathon out of it. Sign up forms on the way. There's a thread in SDA. I
An
guess.
SDA, yep. And contacting me. Anyone who's contacted me about it has been marked down and will be on the list of people that I contact when it comes time to do the scheduling.
So that's happening. We're shooting for March, right? Mid-March.
Yeah, mid-March, that's right.
Yep.
Should
Do
be
you guys like Time Slip?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm in season for that game.
We're accepting all games, regardless of
how terrible they are,
variety,
or how awesome they are.
Yeah. The best and worst and of the SNES, everything that is the Super
What
Nintendo
the hell happened there?
represented in this marathon, and that's going to be awesome. So definitely stay tuned for more information about that. And a good way to do that is to follow the channel here on Twitch, as well as on Twitter. We're at Speed Gaming Show, and I'm just gonna type !Twitter and hope that's a command, but I don't think it is. I think links is what I want. There it is.
Press play
Yeah.
on tape. That's what
Is
the
that
Commodore
Is
64
that a Commodore
says.
64
Yeah.
emulator?
Looks like it.
Nice.
You didn't press play on the tape.
Oh yeah? I couldn't.
I don't know what the play on the tape button is.
So Jorf's gonna code himself a game here in BASIC, and then start playing it. I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, if you missed the show, there's gonna be VODs on Twitch and as well as on YouTube eventually. Subscribe to our YouTube so that we can get our name. Because
That's right,
right
it
now
kicks.
our name is UC-LM_BLKZ, etc. So if we get 500 subscribers, we actually get to put our name on the channel. That'd be sweet.
That'd be
But I
nice.
think that's everything. So if you want to stick around with us and
Yep, got
watch
another
some
half hour to kill here.
watch a Jorf draw text pictures and Canonophone show us about what the hell the Intellivision was, then please do that, and then we'll be doing a Zelda race at around 6 o'clock between Insult and Prez J Poke, who are definitely not one of these people who hopped on the Zelda bandwagon when this
Right.
tournament came around. A lot of people were like, "Oh yeah, I'll get into it," and that's awesome actually. But these guys are no strangers to Zelda 2. They've been in it for a long time, so this should be a really good race. I'm looking forward to it.
I don't remember what mountain has what item.
Bandwagoner with a world record.
I'm also going to be doing a Zelda 2 race tonight. It'll be at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll probably do that on my channel because I eventually need to stop streaming and eat dinner. so we won't just keep the stream up. Yeah, it's gonna be happening at 9 p.m.
No, I
tonight.
found the boat.
Oh, you found the moat? There you go. Wait, what?
The boat.
Oh, boat.
Oh. Man, say what you want about the television. They knew how to animate a man running.
Oh man.
Look at
That's
that.
true. Just didn't know how to animate him holding a bow.
Or almost anything else, really.
He just made the one animation and used it in everything. There's the boat. The demon's gonna come get me. I don't remember the pickup button. Oh, I got it. Now to
That's
make my
right.
escape.
And television was controlled with basically something like your numpad on your keyboard. And every game came with an overlay that you would put on top of it, and that would let you know what each button did.
It's
So
like
when you-
the disc is like a 29 direction disc or some number that doesn't even make sense. And then to shoot, this is a multi-joystick game. You use that pad to move around, and then to shoot, you use the numpad.
Nice.
So I could like run left and shoot right if I had arrows. I could have. Anyway, I got out of there, so I have the boat. Now I can go on the river.
Can you go even any further back than, like, I guess the Amigas before this stuff? Or maybe the Atari 2600? I always forget what order all the old consoles came out in. They're all just
2600 is before
blur.
this.
Yeah. And then before that, you just have, like, isolated things like Pong.
Yeah.
The Magnavox Odyssey.
Sure.
Oh, God no. I'll just defend myself. No. Run. Oh. We got the max.
Has emulation of these older games actually had, like, a stable thing that we could use for the show?
No, this one... I'm using Nostalgia, which is sort of pretty bad.
Oh.
Though it does have NetPlay, so there's that. Just do 1v1 snafu. Anyway, that's enough of that. Doesn't BizHawk have support for some... There's something else it supports, it's old.
There's probably a few things that it supports.
Oh, I was gonna fire up my stream to kill time here for about 20 minutes, but I remembered that I deleted a whole bunch of stuff to try to get my hard drive down below 250 gigs so that I can just clone it over to an SSD that I have on the way rather than reinstall Windows. I don't think I have the disk. As much as I like the idea of burning it all down and starting from scratch.
Yeah, BizHawk has like everything. Except in television. It has ColecoVision.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've had some like re-releases of Intellivision games through Intellivision Libs. But yeah, the actual emulator has been sort of stagnant. Even getting that working was like a huge pain.
I'll bet.
Anyway, I'm gonna head out. You guys have fun with your Zelda 2.
Yep, we will. Thanks.
All right, yeah, good games.
Yeah, good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice going.
I didn't
Thanks
even
so
know there
much.
was a Zelda 2.
This is
It was
the only
just the
other
first
they
one.
made. Yeah. No, they finally made a sequel to it.
It's coming out on Wii U.
Nice. Anyway, see you guys later. I'll probably just be in the chat, but
All right.
I'm out of here.
Sounds good. Thank you, Pianophone. Thank you, Jorf.
All right. Well,